Welcome! In this video, you'll see how BuildShare is structuring its capital formation unit, how the team is organized, and how each leader participates in the value we create. BuildShare operates as two tightly connected engines. One engine is the Real Estate Development Division, led by Mark and his team, focused on real estate development and construction. Land, entitlements, design, construction, and delivery. In the PMO, there is also a growth department responsible for confirming the BBO's network, the marketing, and other growth strategies, expanding into 200 metropolitan areas and orchestrating a future ecosystem of more than 1,000 off-site robotic manufacturing facilities. The second engine is the capital formation team, whose sole mission is to raise, structure, and deploy capital into projects and to financially support the BBO and partner network that the development division builds. The capital formation unit is designed to become the permanent engine that structure, raises all the capital debt and loan necessary to drive this multi-billion-dollar real estate and construction platform, starting with the first $25 to $100 million and scaling into the hundreds of millions over time. Its mandate is to ensure that every qualified project coming from the Real Estate Development Division is fully funded, properly structured, and investable. Our process ensures success, from research and strategy to seamless execution across every platform. Each typical project is modeled to leave around $8 million only in fees to BuildShare, which must support the capital formation unit, the real estate development division, technology, legal, and still leave room for profit on that fee line. This fee can be received from the first disbursement after the loan. Each typical project is a 300-unit average multifamily development that cost around $80 million to build and can be sold around $125 million. BuildShare charges 8% in development and project management fees. That is why this capital engine is intentionally lean, AI-enabled, and highly leveraged. Small senior teams raising and deploying large volumes of capital across many projects and markets. Phased growth and targets. Our plan is phased. In Phase 1, we raise up to $25 million and work on 3 to 5 small-size projects. In Phase 2, we scale from 25 to 100 million, move toward 5 to 10 300-unit projects per year, and expand to 25 to 50 metropolitan areas. In Phase 3, we target 100 to 250 million plus, 10 or more projects per year, and a wider national footprint toward 200 markets. At each phase, we grow the capital team and the development team carefully, always backed by real project economics. Capital formation, roles, duties, and AI-enabled workflow. In this capital company, the CEO of capital formation leads the roadmap from the first 25 million toward 100 million and beyond. This person steers strategy, investor relationships, and oversees the entire capital funnel. With our IT unit in blockchain module, the global fund partner is responsible for designing institutional-grade funds and SPVs, chairing the investment committee, and managing large mandates from family offices and institutions. Fund operations and treasury ensures that every dollar is handled safely and transparently, from escrow to deployment to distributions, backed by clear investor reporting and dashboards. Underwriting and investment committee support uses AI-enabled tools to analyze deals. Instead of 6 to 8 weeks of manual modeling per project, our underwriting lead uses AI to pull market data, costs, rents, and scenarios, and then applies judgment to finalize IRRs, equity multiples, and risk flags for the investment committee. The growth and distribution lead manages capital channels, RIAs, broker-dealers, family offices, and wealth platforms. On the operator side, they coordinate closely with the Real Estate Development Division, supporting Mark's team with capital insights as they source and qualify BBOs, developers, and manufacturing partners. They use BuildShare's platform with AI-powered CRM, scraping, and scoring tools to find and prioritize the best capital partners and to align capital with the pipeline of BBO-led projects that development is building. Together, these 5 people form a complete capital formation engine, one leader at the top, one institutional architect, one operational backbone, one analytic core, and one frontline growth driver. AI, blockchain, and the tokenization module augments each of them, so we do not need a large team to move significant capital. This lean, AI-enabled engine financially supports the BBOs and partners that belong under the Real Estate Development Division, ensuring every qualified project is fully funded. Human Resource Plan: headcount, time, and phases. The Human Resource Plan is conservative. In Phase 1, from 0 to 25 million raised, the capital formation unit is capped at 5 core leaders. For roughly the first 90 days, they contribute part-time, about 10 hours per week each, on an equity-only basis. Once the first projects close and development and project management fees begin to hit the company, salaries ramp up to around half of each person's full target salary. As we move into Phase 2, from 25 to 100 million, we expand the team modestly, adding a junior analyst or investor relations associate, and gradually moving core leaders toward 75 to 100% time. Phase 3, above 100 million, allows us to reach full executive compensation, benefits, and a deeper support bench. Compensation and equity structure. On the ownership side, the model is designed to reward the people who build the platform. The company authorizes 10 million total shares. 40%, 4 million shares, is reserved specifically for capital formation and business development. This is the equity pool for the 5 core capital leaders and key partners like marketing, tokenization, and legal, plus a portion reserved to reward outstanding commercial contributions linked to the growth of the BBO and partner network that development leads. Within this pool, each core leader receives a meaningful grant based on role and responsibility. All of these grants vest in 4 stages, tied to very clear capital milestones. First, when 90 days and 5 million in signed commitments are achieved. Second, when 25 million is fully funded into SPVs or funds. Third, when 100 million has been raised. And fourth, when we cross 250 million. Operating and financial plan, using $8 million per average projects, but starting 3 small units once. Operationally, the unit runs on simple quarterly objectives. In the first quarter, the goal is to secure at least 5 million in commitments, to start 3 small units projects, continue growing our BBOs and manufacturing partners. In the second and third quarters, the focus is to close the first 3 to 5 projects, reach 25 million funded, refine our investment committee process, and formalize reporting. By the end of the first year, we want to be on a path toward 50 to 100 million raised and at least 5 to 10 active BBOs in key markets. Financially, the key anchor is that each project is expected to leave about $8 million of income to BuildShare after paying lenders and investors. Even at 3 projects per year, that is roughly 24 million across the combined organization. The capital formation and BBO unit's salary and overhead at early phases represent only a small fraction of that number, leaving ample room for the development side, technology, legal, and retained profit. As we move to 5 and then 10 projects per year, the same 8 million per project model scales both the people and the technology without stressing the economics. Implementation roadmap, 0 to 24 months. Finally, the implementation roadmap. Months 0 to 3. Assemble the 5-person capital team, operate part-time with equity only, install the AI stack, build the first pipeline, and lock in at least 5 million in commitments. Months 4 to 12. Close the first projects, ramp salaries to partial levels, sign and activate BBOs and manufacturing partners, refine underwriting, investment committee processes, and investor reporting, and push toward 25 to 50 million raised. Year 2, institutionalize the capital formation unit, launch at least 1 dedicated fund, target 100 to 250 million in capital, and expand the BBO network into dozens of metropolitan areas. At this stage, the core team operates near or at full time, with full salaries, benefits, and a very real equity stake in a platform that is now producing multiple $8 million income events every year. I am an AI agent working for BuildShare.ai. This is a private, invitation-only video intended solely for the leaders we're speaking to. It is confidential material and not authorized for copying, sharing, or any other use outside our direct conversations about joining the BuildShare leadership team. If you are one of the leaders we're inviting into this capital engine, here is the essence. This is not a job first and equity later. This is a co-builder platform. In the first 90 days, you contribute time, experience, and network in exchange for meaningful ownership. As we execute and as projects start closing, you move into strong cash compensation plus a direct share of the upside. You will be working with a compact senior, AI-enabled team alongside a development company that already knows how to build. Everything discussed in this video will, if we move forward together, be documented and validated through formal contracts, share grants, and other legally binding agreements. This video is for informational and strategic purposes only, and by itself does not constitute a legal offer, employment agreement, or any other form of binding commitment. For more information, contact Richard Gallopp and team. Richard@builderk.com.